Although the words of American President Donald Trump targeting Ukrainian leader Zelensky were met with satisfaction in Moscow, Europe, so to speak, was caught off guard, stunned. While Russia said Trump was 200% right, messages of support poured in for Zelensky, whom Trump called a dictator, from European leaders.
U.S. President Donald Trump practically took on the role of spokesperson for Russia regarding the war in Ukraine. His words were met with joy in Moscow, while Europe experienced shock after shock. It was noteworthy that Russian President Vladimir Putin, who made a statement immediately after Trump called Zelensky a dictator, did not even feel the need to criticize the Ukrainian leader this time. Putin targeted European countries instead of Zelensky. He said, "Why does Europe, which doesn't want to mediate for the end of the war, go into hysteria when we meet with the U.S.?"
Frankly, I am surprised at how restrained U.S. President Trump is towards his allies who behave so rudely. He is still behaving quite modestly. Do those in Europe want to sit at the negotiating table here and mediate between Russia and the United States? Probably not. So then, what's the need for this hysteria?
Deputy Chairman of the Russian National Security Council, Dmitry Medvedev, quoted Trump's words about Zelensky and said, "If someone had told me 3 months ago that a U.S. president would say such a thing, I would have laughed out loud." Trump said, 200% right. European countries, on the other hand, supported Zelensky, whom Trump called a dictator. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz said, "Denying Zelensky's democratic legitimacy is wrong and dangerous." The UK Prime Minister's office noted that during World War II, the UK also suspended elections, stating that the situation in Ukraine is normal. Similar statements came from countries like Denmark, Finland, and Sweden. Europe is also seeking a joint response to the radical change in the U.S.'s Ukraine policy under the Trump administration, with the process being led by the UK and France. Macron and Stormer will visit Washington next week. The two leaders are expected to present their plan to deploy a 30,000-strong European peacekeeping force to Ukraine to Trump. According to the plan, peacekeeping troops will be stationed in Ukrainian cities, ports, and critical infrastructure facilities such as nuclear power plants, away from the front lines. Additionally, fighter jets will be kept on standby in Romania and Poland to respond to potential Russian attacks. While Trump states that Europe should be the party to provide security guarantees to Kyiv, Russia opposes the deployment of NATO troops in Ukraine under the guise of a peacekeeping force.